Do you often feel there is memory loss everywhere? Your child is not able to remember the sessions that was held in the class, not able to remember things when it comes to exams, or did you forget keeping your things wherever it had to be placed and you think, what if I had good memory? Here is a guest who tells us that when you start playing with colors, you will have very good memory. So, if you can play with colors and have good memory, what best can you expect from colors? So, let us explore colors in today's Info Honudi. Welcome to Info Honudi.
ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಶೇರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
Welcome to Info Honudi. Today on our show we have a Mandala art therapist, Zia Chauhan. Welcome to my show.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. What is Mandala art therapy?
When we talk about mandala, there cannot be one specific definition. What is mandala to me and what is mandala to you can be absolutely independent, make no sense to each other.
Okay.
But mandala in itself is a language that you converse with your own self.
Okay.
If you go by the bookish knowledge, if you go by Google search results, mandala is a circle. Now what is this circle? This circle is what defines us. This circle is my life. This circle is my belief system. This circle is how I look at things. This circle is how I want to achieve things. Every single thing that you mention, I can link it with the circle.
Okay.
If I am talking about parenting, my idea about parenting, how am I going to achieve it? How am I going to plan that parenting? How am I going to invest my energy into it? All of this will help me design that mandala of parenting, where the final result is not known until the mandala is complete.
Okay.
So once my parenting mandala I am preparing, I will visit every nook and corner. What should I do first with my child? What should I do repeated with my child? How many times should I do this? What does not fall in that particular practice? What could I have done better? All this is what will help me design my mandala.
This as a therapist or as a common person?
Day-to-day practice. So if I just talk to you about a mandala on parenting, but I have not talked to you about any shapes, any patterns, any color.
Right.
That is the artistic way of what we see as mandala. But mandala is in everything.
Okay. But how would you help people understand that if I draw a mandala thinking about parenting, this is how I analyze my parenting skills or my parenting strategy as?
Mandala, as I said, is a dialogue between me and myself. Okay. I can choose to scribble on a paper and call it a mandala.
Okay.
But if I go by the books, then I have to plan where I'm going to begin. I have to plan what I put around it, one layer at a time. What I want to put in a layer, what I don't want to put in a layer, again I'm going back to repeating what I've already said. But if you follow my movements, my gestures, you will see I'm actually making a mandala.
Right.
I'm actually making a mandala starting from the center, what I want to make it and how it is creating the bigger picture. Now, coming to what you want to hear, mandala is a combination of shapes, patterns, colors that you practice for two reasons. Either you practice for relaxation or you practice as a therapy. When we talk about relaxation, it is doing something without having a set intention. I am doing it because I feel good about it.
Right.
That is relaxation. When I'm talking about therapy, I am doing something with an intention. I am doing something that is purpose oriented. That will become a therapy. But what I am actually going to do is the exact same thing. I am going to draw something. I am going to add some elements. I am going to repeat some elements so that the final result looks beautiful. That is what is mandala. Now, is there only one way of doing it? Even when we talk about the artistic side? No. We all are comfortable with different mediums. If you are someone who's comfortable with a pen, you will use a pen to make a mandala. If you are someone who's comfortable with colors, you will use colors to make a mandala. If you are someone who's comfortable with flowers, tactile, textures, you will use different mediums to make a mandala. Ultimately, what you're going to do is you are going to repeat certain shapes, patterns. You're going to add some colors. Now, this takes us back to the understanding of why the wellness factor comes into the picture. It is because, as per my learnings of art therapy, each shape is associated with a certain skill set or a quality. So is with colors. While practicing the drawing of mandala or coloring of mandala, we are unintentionally making use of these shapes,
Right.
and these colors that are already benefiting us. So long it is within the limits, it is wellness. If it is beyond the limits, it is illness. Same is it with mandala.
Mandalas.
Some of them practice mandala and say this was therapeutic in nature, I enjoyed the process. And some of them say, oh my god, I'm getting a headache. I don't want to do this mandala is not for me. It is because you are eating a medicine that is not required by you.
Okay. So if I mean, my body is not okay to take mandala and I try to draw it, I will have effects of it, is it?
Yes. So
Okay.
here I would come to the point where mandala is not just therapeutic in nature. It is therapeutic in nature, but at the same time it can help you identify the areas of concern. Now suppose if I am getting a headache, is this headache because of stress? Is this headache because I have not slept enough?
Okay.
Is there any other reason affecting this? So there are various pointers or focal points here also that we can follow to understand where is the problem. But do I need to know all of this? No. This is experiential in nature. You are able to relate with it better if you experience it first. So for this, as I invited you all for the experiential activity, now how many dots did we put? 15 dots?
Maybe more.
Maybe more, 20 dots. But where did I begin? My instruction was very clear. I only began with 1 dot. I guided you to 2 and 3. How much you wanted to follow, वो आपकी श्रद्धा पे depended था. That was not something guided by me. So this is what is mandala when you are wanting to analyze a particular thing, and this is mandala when you want to use it as a therapy, and also if you do not have an intention, just do it for the sake of experience and relaxation.
So you have made a research on mandala therapy for dementia. How do you think of dementia and a therapy in art?
Okay. I would like to clarify here that this was not specifically for dementia. Dementia is one part of it. The idea we are proposing is dot for development.
Okay.
Now dots are not subjected to one problem area only. As I said, when I begin a mandala, when I place the first dot, my intention is subjective to how I want to see things. But what is the common outcome? To put that one dot in a certain space or area, I have to focus at that particular point. I have no other option, no matter the intention, everything is done. But when I want to put that dot, I have to put it in one particular section. When I utilize this practice with other aspects, other shapes, other mediums, colors, the intention is changing and so is the outcome. So when I'm talking about dementia, we have structured it in a way where we are guiding them onto the understanding of big to small and small to big, basic cognitive abilities that seem to fade in over time, that we may not be born with, that are taught to us as a child, and it is not impossible to achieve it. So it is like a journey backwards. So one is starting with one single dot, progressing to big to small, small to big.
The dot size of the dots. Yeah.
Yes, big to small dots and small to big dots. Following inside to outside dots, outside to inside dots. Then relating both the concepts. Inside to outside, big to small. Outside to inside, big to small. One thing.
Okay.
So there are combinations that you're doing, so you're not going to get bored with the same activity. Every time it's going to be a new challenge. Now this is only with the size gradations. We are going to add colors. We are going to add Vibgyor colors, 7 colors of the rainbow with black and white, which strongly, I believe, follow color therapy, color psychology that we've learnt with art therapy with Asha the Hope, and of course do affect our chakras. So having the correct knowledge of all this put together, it in itself is a well-defined therapy plan that can be used in addition to the existing clinical therapy practices that are going on.
So if I fear of suffering dementia down the lane, can I start practicing your mandala art every day from now on?
I wouldn't wait for this fear to generate in you.
Okay.
I would just offer you, invite you to do dotting. Because for me the intention is to improve your memory retention.
What age do I start doing it?
For dot mandala, there is no age, there is only willingness. I have started practicing dot mandala for my son who was as young as 2 years of age. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Can he follow a structured framework? He may or he may not. But will he be willing to do it? Of course. Every single one is willing to give it a try. Not today, not tomorrow, maybe day after. But they do not have a strong reason to say, no, I don't want to do it. And if it is absolutely fine even if they don't want to do it. So what you say is at what is the earliest age? Earliest age is the one who's willing can try. Suggested age. At the age of 4.5 years, a child is able to follow instructions even in the nursery classes. Big to small, thin, fat, these concepts are introduced to them. So it is not difficult for them to follow dot mandala. But since it is experiential in nature, does not require a specific instruction set. There is no age group. Up till what age? So long that you are able to hold the tool. You can. It's okay if you have shivery hands. It's okay if your grip is not firm. It's okay if the tool falls. Because even when it comes to tool, you don't have to follow a specific tool. I have done activities with all as small things as, the dal ghotni in the kitchen, nice rounded, that could be a tool. The eyeliners, empty eyeliners, the lip balms, anything that is round in nature, that has a flat or a circular surface can be used as a tool. We can begin with toothpicks, earbuds, anything that are easily available around us. So there is no age criteria, there is no item criteria, sky is the limit.
So because children can practice it, can we use it as a memory enhancer in school going children?
Yes. Which brings me to mention here that just 3 days back, I have conducted dot mandala activity for kindergarten students of Bal Vatikati, that is upper KG commonly referred to as, and I have proposed this kit to them to use over a period of 3 to 6 months and give me feedbacks on and off, where the class also has some specially abled kids who are going to be a part of this experiential learning. So when I actually conducted the activities, there was no segregation. Okay, this is for you, this is not for you. That is ideally that happens that no, ye bachcha nahi kar paega. There were no reservations. Har koi kar paega, let's give it a try. And we were amazed to see that the kids with whom communication is also a difficulty, telling them what to do is also a difficulty, were able to pick the dotting beautifully. Because it is not just one sensory organ that is involved, one sense that is engaged in it. They are using their eyes, they are using their ears, they are using their hands, they are talking, they are looking at colors, they are feeling colors, and of course then they like to wash off the cards, they like to play with water. So in itself it was a very engaging activity for the kids. So yes, this is for the kids, and so is with the senior generations or the senior members of the family who are no less than kids. Be it dementia or no, be it development or no, it is completely experiential in nature. A 5-year-old or a 55+-year-old does not make a difference.
Thanks for that beautiful information. If playing with colors can help us enhance our memory, maybe all of us start playing with colors as soon as possible and as much as possible.
Sure.
So that was